And welcome back to what is now day 17, or the start of day 17. So, repair hammer, I'll take that. Nothing else I want there. So what I'm going to do is get my fast gear on, which is the gold, and just head home and sort out some of my inventory problems. I'm a bag short, and let's just grab this on the way. I'm kind of full and I'm carrying around more junk than I need, so I want to go sort that out. And then we're going to go take on, I think, Helion, because we've got two skulls to get. That's Helion and Lycor. Now Helion's the one in the bunker, and sorry, in the bunker, he's in the dungeon. Oh, I'm going to take this while I'm here. Now I don't want to damage my gold armor any more than I need, so I'm going to mine it with this. Silver will be fastest. Screaming stops in a minute. There it goes. I need Inferno stone shards for repairs at least, so rather than have to come back here at some point later in the game, I may as well do it now. Seeing as we're passing by. Okay, anything left? No. So switch to these, and our fast gear. I won't grab any more tin for now. Are we bright? Yeah. Okay. I won't grab anything unless it's on the way. Like this thing. Like this. As I mentioned, we get through a lot of repair hammers later in the game, and each one costs 2 tin, so just good to grab all the tin we need. I guess we'll get this flint. I've got a ton of flint, so I don't think we're ever going to be hurting for arrows. But then again, last game I played, I ended up hurting for arrows because I got lazy mining tin later on in the game. Oh. So when you get real late game, you get these swords from Draconis. And they're absolutely fantastic. Firstly, they swing fast, they do a huge amount of damage, but also when you're carrying them, it slows down your... I'm not sure what it does. It either slows down your stamina usage or increases your stamina regen. So when you've got them in your hand, you can run from here, through the portal there, and then all the way to Eldar, the forest giant, in one sprint bar. Which is pretty neat. So, I'm going to cut the video a little bit here while I do some inventory management. I'll be back in a minute. And welcome back. Sorted out my inventory issues, got lots of free space, and let's go. So to get to the dungeon that we want to go to, we need to head in this direction. This dungeon can get pretty hairy because one-on-one Helion's not that bad. He's pretty tough, takes a lot of hits to go down. But when you get to him, he tends to be surrounded by lots of minions. So the tricky part can be that you've got different types of enemies. So firstly, you've got these ankle biters, these ghouls. The dungeon is, you're kind of ankle deep in water. And they've got you've got ghouls running around, and you can't see them because of the water. And they can really gang up on you to the point where you can't move. Meantime, you've got spirit enemies in there. You want the spirit enemies, and of course you need spirit armor for them. But we're in there for Helion, so we're wearing gold armor. And you don't have time to switch armors, so depending on the volume of enemies and how they come at you, it can be quite difficult. I really got cornered in there once and got out okay, but it was a nasty moment. Because I think it was the ghouls just kind of locked around my feet and I couldn't move, and a couple of spirit furies came in and it got pretty hectic. So this is the entrance to the dungeon. So one thing we need to do first is go in here, and we need to bash down this here. Now we don't want to go in, oh we could have done, but you meet this wall of enemies here. You can hit these down too, there'll be stuff inside, but now you get a message in the bottom left if Helion spawns in. And we need to get to the back part of this dungeon, so what we're going to do is arm up. Now you saw that wall of enemies as we get to the doorway there. We don't want to mess with those just because there's no point. There are no drops there that we're interested in, and it's just a lot of fighting for no reason. So what we're going to do is sprint past them, get to the end of the corridor, turn left, and then keep going straight, and you'll see why. So that's what we're going to do. So before they gang up, oh, they all despawned. There you go. I haven't actually done that before, where I went out and just waited for the despawn. So you got Yingol. Now you got Ket. He's a spirit guy, and you've got Yingol. So we came in here. We turned left there, went through this alleyway here, and if you go straight, you get to here. Let's just turn that up. So you've got a little place in here which, you got a chest there, Ghoul's Fang, we'll take those. Syrian Blood, we'll take those. Steel ingots, a couple of, I guess we could pick up the chest. So what you want to do on leaving here, there's the other way out is you head straight through. My screen froze again, but it seems I think I worked it out where oh. So this is the other entrance here. Now we don't want Ket or Yingol, so I can go outside, they'll despawn. So just like the other guys did over the other side. And you just got to sit out here for 10 seconds or so maybe. So everything would have despawned inside now. So you can go back in again. Ket and Yingol will probably not be there anymore. So we came through here at the entrance, this back entrance. Through here, turn right. And this is where Helion always spawns in, and that is this back room here. Not sure how well you can see this, but not sure if that helps. Oh. So Helion usually arrives here. Seems oddly unpopulated. So Yingol is normally around here, so it looks like he did indeed despawn. Now one thing you can do is get up here, which you're safe up here, and you can just hang out, but I'm not sure if you're too close here for Helion to come in. But there are a number of places where you can just hang out here. Oddly, if you stand with your back to here, you can get hit, but not repeatedly. So enemies will run around you and you can just hit them as they go around. Like so. You got lots of safe places around here. You can get up here too, and you're safe here as well. So now we're back into this section. And you're safe in here as well, nothing's going to attack you. And you can also stand with your back against this one as well and you don't get hit, so you just hit things as they go around you. I can hear a ghoul somewhere. So we did not get the Helion spawn, so you can just keep going in and out, and every time you go in you'll get a new spawn load, and he may or may not be there. What do you got there? Ghoul's Fang. Take it. Fur-lined helmet. Don't really need that. That's the other exit there. We're pretty close to our base here, because if you run out of here, turn left, you're at the town where the portal is into our base. So you go in now and everything's despawned. I don't know if there are any tricks to getting him to spawn, or better places to wait or anything like that. I have no idea. He either comes or he doesn't, and past spawn rate hasn't been that bad. It's been pretty good, in fact. It's just yeah, it's kind of luck. It's a bit like Draug in that second section of Osira, where we were really lucky because he came in real fast. I seem to remember waiting a whole day for him at one point. Rylock, when I cut the video waiting for him, that was a 10-minute wait, and the same with Meltok as well. Although with Meltok I did log out and then log back in again, and he came immediately, and I've got absolutely no idea if that worked or it was just coincidental. Because you find yourself waiting around a lot at times and just trying things for the hell of it. Out of boredom more than anything else. I'm not seeing many enemies at all. This is peculiar. Now there have been at least 4 updates since I was here last. This used to be really populated. So maybe they decided it was too populated? Oh, hello. Oh, there we go. They're coming in now. Yeah, that's more like normal. I'm not sure if we play the spawn rules here, and so soul remnants, which we don't really need. Soul remnants again. You need those for the draconic essence, but we're picking them up from so many other things. Oh, I see you. That's what I mean about these ghouls. They can just creep up on you, and when you've got a lot of them, it gets pretty hairy. So I can hear something in there. That's a ghoul. So I'm going to cut here, and I'll be back when Helion spawns in. And we're back. Helion just spawned in. That wasn't long. It was only a couple of minutes. So let's just go and see how busy it's going to be in there. Hopefully it's not too busy. One thing I probably need is my bow. Just in case I have to separate some things. Go to the right, see what's up here, nothing. Yeah, so there's a Fury, and yeah, got him, so I think that's Helion behind him. So he doesn't go down that slow, so having Helion and this guy going at you, well, yeah, Helion's going to be a long fight, I think. Yeah, that's him. So, no, is this Helion? Yes, it is, sorry. Okay, he's doing damage. And he's not really... That looks like they nerfed him. He went down real fast. Oh, that wasn't him. Yeah, that... Okay. Oh, damn these things. Because I don't have spirit armor on, so they're going to do damage if they hit me. So hopefully Helion's still there. There he is. So that was an Elite Fury. That's new. I wasn't aware that they added that to the dungeon. That's why I got confused. So how much damage is he doing? Yeah, you can see he's going to go down much slower. So he's not doing any damage either, but yeah, he's going to go down slow. Oh no. Oh, what are you? Well, it's not too bad in terms of the other things getting involved. One other time, that was a nightmare. That felt reasonably easy. So you got this Ebon Steel helmet here, which is, but that's what we really wanted, the skull. You've got a Blood of the Brood, and, whoops. I'll just take everything and sort it out later. So if you come in here, you've got various lore pieces and other stuff. I don't know if there's anything else. I can hear a Fury somewhere. He must be over there. Got a lore piece there, and I seem to remember there was another one somewhere else. I can't remember. But let's get out of here. And we got one skull to go. So what we can do now is head towards the arena. Let's get some stamina back. I don't have any ghoul potions on my health bar. Another lore piece here. If you go to the forums, there is a post which identifies where you can find all 72 of them. It's in a tips and tricks thing, I think. So, we need some stamina. Let's do it a quick way. I'll put this in my hand, stay warm, because we're going through water. Stay warmer, that is. Yep, we're bright. So that's an ice ghoul. I think he freezes you. I feel slow. Why is that? I don't know. We'll be taking on the dragon very soon now. We've got one skull to go. And we have to go to the arena now and start the arena development. So let's do that. So we have to come back this way when we've got all 4 skulls. So what I'm going to do is put the skull... We've got this dragon hide as well, which we can start to use later. We can't really use it right now. Blood of the Brood, I'm putting that in here. Summoning Shard, I think that's only when you're multiplayer, is to summon people to you. I'm just gonna... don't really know what to do with that. There's a collection of helmets. It's armor from the Legacy game. And I mean, it's reasonably good, but now we're past this armor. Helion is the only one who drops the chest piece, and one of the others. I'm not sure if it's the boots or the gloves. And then you have to find another guy called Ariandor, and he will drop the other 2 pieces. So you have to kill those 2 guys repeatedly to get a full set. Now, he dropped the Shard of Draconis. Now, we need... we're going to kill Draconis eventually, and he's going to drop the hilt of his sword. And then you come into here, and it's a Shadow Shroud. Where is it? Is it under Relic or Fabled or what? There it is. So you look at that, it's damage is 200, encumbrance -5, swings fast. Now, that's an awesome weapon, but you need 30 of those things to make it. And by the time we start killing Draconis, we won't have any more than 2 or 3 if we're lucky. And I think I'd just be putting junk weapons in here. And there's his weapon, which is a Grey Reaver, which is 64 damage, so at this stage we don't need that. So that's 3 of the 4 skulls. Summoning Shards I'm going to put in here. Why not? Bone Dust goes there. He did drop a bag. Something dropped a bag. Torn rucksack. There's only a couple of slots though. Let's get rid of all this. And that. Copper sword. I need to dump that and that. I won't use it. So potions, Searing Blood. Got 7 of those now. Don't need to be carrying that. And I ended up with another chest. What to do with that? One more than I need. I'll keep that bag on me just because it is 6 slots and I don't have any others. Or do I? Yes I do actually. Got that one. I can go back to Sierra sometime and pick up all those bags. So, what we're going to do is head off to the arena now and begin our arena development. Should probably, yeah, I'm going to do some mining along the way just because at some point I'm going to need to make another Dragon Forge over there. So I'm going to need a bunch of silver, another 8 of these silver ingots to do that. I can't remember how much silver I've got right now. I think I've got enough, but something else I would also do late game. Oops. Let's make another set of silver armor. Of course, silver isn't as good as gold, but the idea there being that silver is good enough for a lot of things, like all the forest giants, for example. Well, not all of them, two of them. So there's no point wearing something like dragon armor, which is more expensive to repair, or gold, which is more expensive to repair. So I would carry a silver set around just for those two things, and also for Grinfelds. As far as taking on Kerr, I always wear gold, not because it's the best, because it isn't. You'd be much better off in dragon armor. Or Draconis armor. Because in the developed game I've got all of the sets. So I only wear Draconis armor for Draconis. Kerr, I'll wear gold. And silver a lot. And the dragon scale armor, I'm not even sure I would wear that except for running around, just because of the warmth. And maybe, oh yeah, I wear it for Grot in Osira. Because he does the cold damage, and the dragon armor gives you the best warmth factor. Let's get over to the arena and start thinking about what we need to do to set it up for Kerr. Now I've got the goods to make 2 Hearts of Tarvas to start fighting him. So I'll be starting to do that quite soon. As soon as I'm set up for him. First thing I would need to do is clear some bush and try and set up a base to attack him from. Just somewhere I can put the workstations for repairs and things. It's not strictly necessary, but it just makes everything convenient while you're taking him on. This is where you come to get Draconis as well. You'll get a message in the bottom left when he arrives, if he comes. Now normally when you're farming Draconis, you'll get him on average once or twice a night. Sometimes you can get more. I think I had him 4 times at the same time once. Put a screenshot where I had 4 Draconis, or the soul of Draconis has been summoned. And just one after the other. And in gold armor you absolutely don't want to mess with him right now. He probably 2-shot you. So you're safe here. You don't get hit here. They can't reach you from down there, and they can't hit you past here. Now one thing I know I'm going to need later on is one of those. And it'll warm me up right now too. So the spawn mechanics in the arena are kind of strange. You get 5 spawns. Now that counts as 1 spawn, as far as I can tell. That's 2 Furies come in at one time. They can either come in 1 at a time or 2 at a time, but that counts as 1 spawn. So it gets kind of complicated. I've never had to put more. You see, there's another spawn, so that's 2. There's going to be 3 others around somewhere. So what we can do is, I need to clear, or I want to clear this area, and hopefully not aggro anything. But if I do aggro anything, then it's not too important, because just run onto that wall and you're fine. I can see it's getting closer. Yeah, it's kind of creeping around, and You can kind of tell from the footsteps how close they are. And I want... That's very close. Sorry, just listening for their footsteps. He's coming. I can hear him. The one thing I know that we need, or is, or not need, but want, is one of these. Oh, there he is. Okay, well, you stay there. Things like Draconis, Lycor, there's no right way to do it. It's just what you get. It's just the habits you build up. This is just one habit I've got of putting this here, and then when they spawn in the arena, you use the bow to just get their attention. And you can isolate them then, because they'll run over here, and I can hear another Fury. If I get hit by a Fury at this stage, you lose maybe... Oh, there you go. 5% health? Oh, that made me jump. So wait till he's behind and then run off, and he should de-aggro. I'm not sure about that. Did he de-aggro? I think he did. Oh well, that was a unintentional jump scare. I can hear another one coming. Where is that other one? There he is. You seem to be able to sense where you are. Oh, it's coming. Whoops. He's triggered. So you get, so that's a spawn there. So there's either one or two of those. I'm not sure if he's together with him. So that could be 1, 2, 3, 4. What do we got here? 1, 2. That's three spawns there. That's a fourth one. So these two were probably together in the 5th spawn. This is as busy as you really want it to get. Well, you don't want it to get this busy. So when you're fighting Kerr, you need to kill all these guys. And because we're going to have a little base right here, I don't know if I can place it now. I think I'm safe here. So this gets fiddly. For some reason, I've never been able to place... Well, actually, yeah, I did get to place one of these huts once, but last time I couldn't place one for some reason. But what I could place is one of those. So I managed to put it in here somewhere, but they're all getting aggroed now. So I think I might... I'm not sure. You got to really kind of play with it a bit. See, you get the green. And you don't really need a house here, because you can build walls and things around here, and yeah. So what I really need to do is get away from here, and so I'm going to do that, because then everything despawns if you get a decent distance away. I think he's chasing me, isn't he? Is that 2 of them? Yeah. So anyway, where are we? So this is far enough away that everything's just about, you count to 10 and then everything's gone in the arena now. So these guys were closer, so they're still there. This is when I got hit that first time. The guy was standing right there. Now Draconis only comes at night time, and Lycor only comes during the daytime. And of course, Lycor is the one we actually want right now. And his spawn can be a bit problematic. And you can end up waiting for a little while, but you just carry on that spawn management thing where you just get out the area. Because if everything's spawned in, and you don't have what you want, which is, in our case, Lycor, then what you just have to move out the area, get everything to despawn, and come back again. But once we've got Lycor, then we'll be able to... actually, what am I doing? I need to be trying to place this house right now before it gets busy again. Oh, doorway. Where's the doorway? There. So this is really fiddly. I know that you can place it here somewhere. There. That will do. So what are we missing? 45 slabs, nails. Yeah, we've got all that back at the... So I'll just make a note of that, that I need to bring some stone, slabs, and nails. And then just going to clear this because I know it's convenient later. I'm sure I missed a silver node somewhere around here. I haven't been able to find it though. So you can get rid of these rocks here, you can get rid of these rocks here, you can get rid of those rocks here. And if Lycor spawned in the middle, for example, then we've got to deal with all these guys as well. But if you hit him with an arrow now, you can just get him down to here. And then just take him on there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to call it here, right here. And we'll come back and hopefully we'll get luck. I'll keep clearing this up tomorrow and hopefully we'll get Lycor, because then we'll be able to start taking on the dragon, because I'll have the weaponry that I want. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4 spawns. There's one more spawn to come in. That's the way I kind of figured this. Now these things are a real pain in the neck because they don't drop anything. So once you kill all the spawns, you want to kill them around here. That way when you're running around they don't despawn. And as soon as you leave about 7 bodies on the floor, I've never had to get as high as 8, but as soon as there are 7 bodies on the floor, nothing else spawns in. But these things you can't loot, so they don't despawn. So you just have to wait, and it takes a while. So it slows you down a bit. So what you really want when you're dragon hunting is these guys to spawn in, so that you can just carve them up, leave the bodies there, and as soon as you've got the body count, you can go for cur. So I'll be back here tomorrow morning, because one good thing about logging out, logging back in again is I'll get a new spawn, and hopefully Lycor will be there. Okay, so thanks for watching, and bye.